What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Allen's Beer and Gaming, doing college football talk yet again. It is myself, Mr. Whiskey Scout, Mr. Blake TV, Mr. Rod J is in the house, y'all. And then we got Mr. Bottom Dollar. We got a decent representation of the schools and conferences across the country. You got SEC, Big 12, ACC, and another Big 12.
Yep.
Nobody wanted to take and get a Big 10 fan on here because they're the most obnoxious for somehow they think they've got the best conference in the world, even though they play the same Brown, Howard, Miami of Ohio, and Akron that everybody else plays, and somehow they've got the God schedules on the thing. So just be thankful it's us and we've got some intelligence on here, y'all. How's everybody's week going so far?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I got a haircut yesterday.
Me too.
I don't care about what you do for pubes.
Hey, I can't help it, man. I think outside the box, shall we say?
Are you sure you didn't get the haircut on your head? That's for sure. It's still just as long. Yeah, it was an interesting weekend of college football. So that's for sure. There's some scores that happened that nobody I don't think was looking for. It's like kind of like what the fuck happened there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go ahead and this one was kind of no surprise. I mean, Ohio State run the hell over Northwestern. Northwestern is kind of like Vandy of the Big Ten.
Yep. That's pretty good representation there.
Ohio State may get their shellacking this week, though.
That was like, just take your check. Thanks for coming.
Pretty much.
Take this ass whipping home with you, boys.
Damn right.
You got the Thanksgiving turkey at the door on your way out.
Exactly.
Bowl game to get
Trick or treat, bitches.
And that kind of a drubbing though. They didn't give them any kind of candy to take and ease their pain though. That's
No, they were straight apples and pennies.
Yeah,
they were the uncool house block.
Yeah.
somebody should get some Vaseline in their bag.
Yeah.
52.
Y'all don't even want to know what the hell I'm going to say. So,
and then had Purdue and Iowa. Iowa pulled off the win, and Iowa's not ranked, which apparently, rightfully so. Kind of after the two losses they've had so far this season. I mean, they just kind of look like trash against Michigan. I mean, they couldn't get out of their own way, and then same thing. I mean, they look bad against Penn State too. So, but I think it's probably a good thing that Purdue's starting quarterback Slinger has been out. He's out for the season because I think Purdue might have put up a better fight.
I think Iowa is ranked. Ain't they ranked number 20?
Now I know they were.
That might have changed yesterday. Yeah.
I might be looking at all.
Yeah. I would think they're probably sitting outside at 27, 28, 29, somewhere in that area.
No, that's my bad. They're still ranked at number 20. I left that off.
I was looking on here; it showed it, but I didn't know if this was like yesterday's news or something.
Well, they should be down lower though.
And y'all all hold Blake's hands because I know he's probably got PTSD from this past weekend with this score right here. Oh shit! Arkansas, not Arkansas.
Arkansas.
51-10.
They did score. They did score.
We got caught looking past a big steak this week. That's how I'm gonna leave that.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened on that fake punt? Y'all were looking past Auburn.
Fuck yeah!
Awful,
What was up with that? That was like, what the hell? That fake.
Y'all are not
punt.
gonna believe this, but my dumb ass.
Some things you should just leave in the playbook.
Yeah. Some bags you should just leave on the table,
Yeah.
Leave the marker alone.
I love how you spell it. Ari, Kansas. Boy, That's gonna look good next week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know it. I know it will. I ain't worried about it. And you
Mhm.
had Wisconsin falling to Illinois. The only thing I can figure on this is Wisconsin was looking forward and looking past Illinois to Ohio State, because Illinois is kind of like Kentucky, of the Big Ten, or maybe even kind of South Carolina, the Big Ten. They're not really great or anything like that. So,
Well, it was Illinois' first win over a top 20 team, and I don't remember how I forget what they announced, but it was, I mean, they celebrated like they just won the national championship when you watched that game.
Well, for Illinois, it probably was just pretty much like they got their biggest win. But here's the thing: you're Wisconsin. You're up late in the game. You got the best running back probably in the country. Why the hell are you trying to throw the ball?
yeah.
You turn it over, and then you turn it over like almost just past your 50. So they got a short field, easily get in the field goal range.
Well, why did Pete Carroll at the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl with seconds left throw?
Well, theory says
you got the best running back in the NFL sitting right behind you.
Theory says they didn't want Marshawn Lynch to be the MVP of that game. That touchdown would have put him in there. He wanted Russell Wilson to get it.
I believe that.
But yeah,
I believe that.
Stupid decision.
Well, I mean, that's
remember Pete Carroll was a former Jets coach.
Pete Carroll. I mean, he had to leave Southern Cal because they got caught paying players and shit like that.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
And now it looks like that's going to be the de jure out in California.
That was just their turn to get caught. Now, yeah, it's changing. But the schools aren't paying the players. The players get endorsement deals outside the schools, so it's the schools. They're worried about athletes going to certain schools because of if you're a great athlete, that's going to follow you. If you're coming out of college and you were LeBron James, any school you went to, Nike was going to follow you.
Yeah.
Well, yes, to a certain degree, but I guarantee you, the boosters are going to help.
Oh, they'll help get some deals. Yeah,
make more money for the player.
Well, see, the only problem with the players getting paid is you've got maybe 3 players per team that are going to wind up getting paid. So you can be a 5-star, go there, ride the bench. You ain't going to get paid if you're off the bench and your name's not getting out there. So it's going to be top heavy with the pay, just the biggest stars, and it's going to take and lead to. I think it's going to take and open up the transfer portal in weird ways that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, really? And another thing I was thinking of, I thought about this the other day. Imagine, say, if you're a recruit coming through and Nike says, "Hey, we'll endorse you, but you have to go to this school."
Oh, that's
good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that could play into it. Yeah,
I think it's kind of it's kind of one of the reasons why a lot of the schools got in trouble in the college basketball world, because these shoe companies were taking and throwing the schools and the kids money to go to to take and go to the schools that they take and get better visibility for their brand and for the kids. So
because even if you're like in Wisconsin and you're just great, or want to go to Wisconsin, you're just a great player. You're like, well, not a lot of people in Wisconsin wear Nikes in the wintertime. We want you to go to USC. Well, if you go to USC, we'll actually throw you some money.
Yeah, but there's probably some good Timberlands out there in the winter.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We need to steel toe you, son. Get you some steel toe boots.
I think one of the things that it is going to take and do, it might take and help some of the smaller schools and places where they're not metro areas, but they're decent sized areas that the schools are in. And they've got those, some of those smaller conglomerate companies and everything like that. They take and have alumni and stuff like that at that corporation or whatever. They could take and pay some of the players to take and go to some of the smaller schools for an endorsement reasons.
Yeah, like
a 5-star or a 4-star they might not otherwise get, because that guy's now the star of that team, regardless of anything that's happening.
That would be somewhere like I would say just out of so for a FBS school or a FCS school, Wofford is right there, has Adidas right there next door.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Oregon or Oregon State that's tied in with Nike so well.
That's
where it originated.
Yeah, Oregon full night. Yeah. But you might get a kid that might look at a UCF that wouldn't look at a UCF before, maybe. Yep. And that could be a point that takes them over the top too.
Yep.
Let's see, and then we've got Iowa State over Texas State, 34-24, or Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
34-24. Wait,
Yeah, I thought Texas Tech would do better.
I did.
too. Yep.
I thought it'd be a closer game, and I thought it'd be actually a higher score. But
Yep.
what do I know these days?
I actually thought Tech was going to win. I really did.
Iowa State's playing some good ball in the Big 12. So I mean,
Yes, sir.
If they could just do well in that first couple, 3 games out of conference, like they always lose to Iowa. It's like
yeah,
I think Iowa chalks it up as a win. It's just like Colorado State and Colorado. 9 out of 10 years, Colorado just blows Colorado State out.
yeah.
It always happens right off. It's like a hump you can't get quite over.
I used to date a chick with that problem.
But you needed to take the Robert Hendricks School of How to Get Over a Hump. I have a tutorial class. I'll email it to you.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Okay. Great.
And then we had Clemson versus Louisville, 45-10. And
Yeah.
for
No,
once,
sir.
Dabo took and got into Trevor Lawrence's rear end on the sidelines over there. He even in the press conference talking about those are 2 stupid interceptions.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
One of them was one of them they actually tackled the receiver he was going to throw to, but he should have checked that and seen that receiver got tackled before he ever let go of the football. He just kind of threw it. He knew that guy was going to be in that area. Just threw it up there to him. He should have checked down because
He'd have been, even if he wouldn't have been tackled, he'd have been in triple coverage.
yeah. And you had Travis Etienne in the midfield just wide open,
Yeah.
and he got the first down. So,
I wonder if him looking to the next level, going pro, starting to affect his head. He's trying to take these shots he shouldn't
don't
take
know.
because
He's
he's trying to show like strength in his arm, maybe or something. They always say like when Brett Favre used to play, he was throwing passes he shouldn't have thrown, but he would make these passes. And I wonder if he's trying to maybe look at this as trying to impress some of the scouts for the upcoming draft.
What I'm seeing is he's not reading the defenses as well as he should be. That's what I'm seeing. And I think some of that plays into his confidence level as, well, I'm just going to fire this ball and they're going to catch it and that's going to score.
Yep.
He's not taking time to analyze when he walks up to that line, he should be analyzing what he's seeing and making the best possible deduction before he goes into his progressions. And he's just not doing that.
That's one of the things he did so great last year was checking down.
Mhm.
He's going for it because he's got these huge receivers and he thinks that they can just go up there and catch it every single time.
Well, this year he's playing a lot like Tua did last year because Tua had that problem where he'd hold the ball until he thought somebody was coming open downfield and then just chunk it downfield. This year he's been checking down, and like last year, Lawrence would check down and hit the open guy, and it's just not happening this year with Lawrence.
Also, last year he did have Hunter Renfrow in the slot.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true. That's true.
But yeah, it was
I'm sure that probably has a little bit to do with it because that's a security blanket that's kind of like the equivalent of Tom Brady having Julian Edelman, because he's got some soft spots there in the zone coverages. So
even though we won, we fell one more spot in AP poll. So
well,
keep doing what we do.
y'all keep playing these powder puff teams, so
Yeah.
The ACC is not helping.
No, it's not whatsoever.
I think part of it is, and I was watching this on ESPN earlier, and I agree. I completely agree. I think part of it is I bet Dabo's having a hard time getting the boys excited about the games that they're playing against because they're playing against teams they know they're going to score 21 more points than the other team, and they're going to win anyways.
Yep.
That's a good observation. Yeah, I can see that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, they're just. We'll get to this in a little bit, but they better watch it. That defense better be on point when it comes to playing Boston College this weekend.
So
I personally think Trevor's just on autopilot. It ain't time. It just ain't time to turn it on yet, man.
Well, see, that's another thing that it might be just they're waiting to see if they can, once they get into the college playoffs and they got teams that, they haven't played against that are higher competition, they'll take and turn it on. But, they
always do, bro.
They always do. Teams
Yeah, if that can bite you in the ass, you go to that well anytime.
Sleeping.
So, and you got number 7, Florida, which I don't understand how they're that high because I'm sorry. Their only losses to LSU, but they're not that great. I mean, they really aren't. They got a good defense. The offense is starting to gel, but there's a lot of teams in the top 10 they just they couldn't beat if they were playing right now.
Yeah, they should have lost their season opener.
Yeah.
But it was Florida State that couldn't close out the deal.
And the Carolina fans are all like, "Oh, we got robbed by the officials." I'm like, "You lost by 11 fucking points."
No, they did. You get screwed in the game. Though there was a big turning point in the game on a pass interference call when I watched that didn't go their way and favored back over to Flint. It just switched the whole momentum.
Yep.
Not that one call is going to make a game, but it was at the time it happened. It was a big play and it kind of just killed them. That's why the coach was going off on the refs. I mean, it was blatant.
Well, but it also, like you said, it was still there's still a pretty good bit of game left after that, though. And
Yeah.
it's not like, the Rams versus the Saints in the conference championship where something was so fucking blatant that was missed. And then
No, not when it was. I mean, the announcers had noticed it and they were wondering why. Even the guy they keep in the official in the booth was like, that should have been called.
Yeah. We'll get more to the officiating here in just a little bit when it comes to the number one team in the country.
Yeah, there was some touchy calls in that one, but that crew,
Wow.
yeah.
That was some bad shit.
I wouldn't go as bad as say it was home cooking or anything like that, but there was definitely some touchy calls that were kind of seriously you're going to call that. But and they had tic tac on the other team too at a point. But
wait, all right. Y'all want to get into those calls on that game? All right. Once we get to it, we can talk about it. There's ticky tacky both.
Yeah, there was some on the other going the other way too. But
yeah,
that one that really just bothered me was the one with the kid on the ground. Which, if you look at it at first look, he did push off on him, but then you can kind of say, well, maybe he didn't. I don't know. So
let's see. West Virginia 14.
Skip.
He just wants to roll right on past that.
Oklahoma 52.
Yeah.
We're going to sit back
Yeah.
and let you talk about that one.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to say? Austin Kendall
Yeah.
showed why Oklahoma threw him away. So he was coming off an injury
I
from the week
loved it.
before.
I loved it when the announcers just before half and West Virginia scored, and old Bob Davies goes, "Well, West Virginia's back in. It's 28-14 right here at half." I'm like, God, I'm missing something here. He was 28-7, and now they
Hey,
scored.
Bob, is
They're
that-
basically,
He was hoping for the point spread. He was hoping for
yes,
That's it.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Wasn't Bob Davy a coach at somewhere at some point in time?
Oh, he coached the
Did he go to
Fighting
Dame?
Irish.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That explains that comment. He's not very fucking bright.
He didn't do
There's
well at
several
Notre
that ain't
Dame.
very bright.
But I mean, again, we knew it was a rebuilding year. We're not in denial like Blake is as much. We knew it was kind of a rebuilding type of situation. So we kind of expected some of the
Yeah,
improvements
you got
taken
new
here.
coach, transferred in quarterbacks. You got a lot of things going on.
I mean, Dana drained the cupboard and then he took off and he's like, okay, good luck with who you got left here now. So
yeah.
yeah. But we're seeing some spots. We're seeing some receivers like James. He may pop up next year to be a pretty good receiver. Who knows? Maybe Kendall comes back next year a little bit better. The third string quarterback is supposed to have some really good talent. People are calling for him to try to get in now so they can get him worked in for next year.
Well, who were they
Defense.
sending in with Kendall? They were, I forget the guy's name, but they were switching Kendall out with him.
Well, Allison was the second quarterback.
Yeah.
And then the
Okay.
third quarterback, I forgot his name, is a black kid that's the third quarterback, but he's supposed to be real talented as well, too. So, but I don't think they want to put him in yet because they're trying to, if you could have so many hours before it has to count for you, I guess, as a season. So,
Yeah, you can red shirt. It can go as a red
Right.
shirt. Yeah.
So I think they want to hold him. Fans don't all understand that. They're going to call him for him now. It's like, we're not going to a bowl this year, so don't even worry about that right now. You know, let the other key players work on their skills. I mean, our running game we were like 117 rushing. There's only like 131 Division I teams. We're like, so it's kind of like we got other issues. Don't let that future quarterback get beat up right now. We got to fix this other stuff. So,
Yep.
you take it as it is. I mean, maybe we'll pull out Illinois off against somebody down the line. Who knows? But that'll be our bowl game.
Well, the way KU played Texas, that's a chance.
Yeah. You never know. You just never know. I was thinking we got 3. If we can get 3 more, we can get to the bowl. But sometimes you only need 5. You could be a losing team and get to a bowl game now because there's so many damn bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. LSU beat up on Mississippi State 36-13. I mean, that's just
Expected.
Yeah.
boys at LSU are operating on a different level right now.
And that was their first game under 40 points this year.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Must have showed some mercy, is all I can figure.
Well,
Yeah.
They probably slacking off looking forward
Yeah.
because they got Auburn. Then they got Alabama next after Auburn.
Yep.
So,
Thankfully, Bama's got a bye week before them. So,
yeah. But
Roll Tide, baby. I hate LSU. Be gone, LSU. Nothing at all.
Does LSU have a bye week first when they play Alabama also?
we play.
Nope.
They play Bama this week.
they play Auburn, right? They play Auburn coming up, right?
Yes, sir. This week.
LSU.
They play Auburn this weekend.
This
Yeah, I
week.
thought
They
so.
play Auburn this weekend.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
going to be a hell of a game.
That's going to be a beatdown and a half.
I don't know.
I mean, Auburn bounced back last week. I mean, I think LSU is going to still pull out the win, but
They're
not gonna-
playing in LSU, so
I was thinking,
A lot of
It's
times it don't matter with the SEC. A lot of teams have better records away from home against certain teams than they do at home.
we don't.
It's it's more of Auburn still just overrated. Their defense is basically their big thing, and they're playing a lot of these teams that they got a decent record, but they're not that great of teams, and they're putting up 30 points on them. Well, you take and throw them against somebody that's got a defense, and we've seen what happened against Florida.
LSU has a bye week too. I'm looking at it right now. They play Auburn, then they're off a week, then they get Alabama.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm actually worried about the game against LSU.
I may have to rock an Alabama shirt that week, boys.
Why? My wife's from Louisiana. I gotta support the Tigers. I ain't got no choice.
happy wife, happy life.
Exactly.
And that, folks, is what we call the CYA method.
Yes, sir.
Minnesota is quietly a good team in the Big Ten, 42-7, and they're undefeated. Like
They're undefeated. I didn't realize that.
They're undefeated.
Nice.
They
I
rode
wonder,
that damn boat right up the river.
I wonder if all the teams get together and send Rutgers a Christmas card saying thanks for being a doormat of the league again this year.
Again, your Christmas turkey's in the mail.
Christmas turkey, as bad as they take it for the doormat, I was going to take it to them.
You're Rutgers. You're like, why did we leave and join this conference again? Because we're just getting our ass kicked every time. Can we go over to the American East? They're closer.
They should have came to the ACC. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd at least have a winning record in the ACC. I think you put Vandy in the ACC and they'd have a winning record this year.
when Temple, when
If the ACC decides to add a team or two, because we're kind of lopsided right now, trying to get Notre Dame to get their shit together and say, hey, we'll join the ACC. If they do, I want UCF to join us.
They won't never.
Notre Dame, I was watching this. I was watching the thing on Notre Dame tonight, the ESPN special, and they're not going to join anybody. They don't have to.
No,
No.
not at all. And the thing with Notre Dame, the thing that helps them as much as it hurts them is being independent like they are.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, but
they've got their own TV deal through NBC, and they take and lose. They have to take and lose that basically, or take and share it with the rest of the ACC. And I just
That ain't gonna fly.
I don't see it happening,
Yeah.
but
not at all.
if that's the case, then the ACC or say, hey, if you don't want to get on board, then the rest of your sports need to go back to being independent and go wherever you want to. I mean, the ACC has the leverage to kind of get them in there, but
Yeah, but the ACC wants the dollars from the other sports. Notre Dame
yeah,
alumni,
Notre Dame will go to
they
the
got
Big
the
Ten.
more.
Well, they got
They-
to get that.
They would go to the Big Ten before the ACC. There's just more money wrapped up in the Big
It would
Ten.
make more sense to go to Big Ten before
Yeah.
ACC for them. Yeah,
and it's closer. And it's closer for the fans to travel if they're in the Big Ten.
yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, the thing
But there's
about
just more money
ACC
there.
is going to keep Notre Dame playing their sports as long as possible because the money they get off the Notre Dame eyes is got to take and go to paying the players that go to Clemson for some reason.
Now, here's my question: if they play Michigan this week in Michigan, if they beat Michigan, now we all know how Michigan is. Do they break the top 5?
No.
No.
They still lost to Georgia.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Unless Clemson wins again this week, then they might. Because Clemson will probably drop another thing if they win again this week.
I mean, who's Clemson played this week? I mean, y'all don't.
Boston College.
Oh, well.
Didn't K-State beat
One of
Boston
the better
College?
teams. One of the better teams at ACC. So yeah, I mean, it's not like.
But didn't K-State beat Boston College?
Yeah.
Big 12.
If that's the best you got outside in the ACC, that's not too. Because
I still think the number 2 team in the ACC until they show otherwise is Wake Forest. So
Them boys are good.
Well, the only thing is they're still in the same conference with Clemson. That's the only thing that hurts them. And then you got on the other side, hell, it's a clusterfuck over there on that other side. It's going to shake out and be Pittsburgh or probably Virginia Tech, even though they kind of are behind the ball, but they have the chance to make their own destiny in that deal.
and then let's see, SMU beat up on Temple 45-21.
SMU's looking good.
yeah, they are. They look better than I think they should.
Oh God, do we have to talk this shit? Okay,
It's hard not to root for SMU after the shit they had to go through to see them back. I mean, I pull for them when I watch them.
They're doing better now than when they had Arkansas's coach. So
Arkansas's coach, Arkansas's offensive coordinator, and SMU's best statistical passer ever,
And
And
Gene Jones.
and they're still 7-0. Does anybody else see a fucking connection here? I mean,
Maybe y'all are getting, maybe
But
y'all are getting
all
paid
the
off
players,
for SMU.
all the players or Chad Morris's players, and he left them.
Yeah.
oh boy.
Because they only coached SMU, what, 2 seasons, 3 seasons?
I actually like the Mustangs, man. I like SMU. I always have. You know, I'd love to pull for them, but it's just like looking in the mirror and just, God, good win
you
for
pull-
SMU.
If you pull for SMU, do you still get a free Corvette?
I have no idea, homie.
See, Oregon pulled out a win versus Washington.
Yeah.
That could go either way.
I figured Oregon would. Yeah. Oregon's got one of those outside chances. I mean, they don't have enough maybe in the Pac-12, but they're playing good ball. I mean, they dropped that early one beginning of the season, which if you drop it, that's the best time to drop it. But they're kind of a dark horse on the outside. I don't know if they'll make it back up to be able to jump anybody in case of more losses.
Yeah, they won't make it in the Final Four
Yeah.
I think
playoffs.
the only chance they have is if the SEC West and like the Big Ten, they cannibalize themselves somehow. That's the only chance they might have.
Yeah.
It's a big if.
That's a big if. There's going to definitely be some in the SEC, and there's going to be some Big Ten, but I don't think it's going to be enough to give Oregon a chance. They're just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, you still got the Buckeyes out there.
Let's see.
So
Cincinnati beat up on Tulsa.
Cincinnati's got a little bit of a squad there playing good ball.
Yeah, they are. They look good.
Hey, Rod, didn't you call that one, bro?
No, I didn't. I was thinking about that one or the Temple game. I went with with Michigan over.
I remember hearing that one. Okay.
Yeah, it's good seeing some of these teams outside the Power Five doing good, though.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love to see it. It shakes things up. I love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Next year when we do this, we need to do a kind of a bet with our upset picks.
Bet with the upset picks. All right.
Okay. Well, I like how you're looking at me when you say that, knowing I got the shit.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's looking right at me.
Oh yeah, I'm looking right at you.
Well, that being the case, we'd all make money, and Blake would have to pay all of us for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Y'all get a big hell no from this side.
Do it
Oh,
at
Blake,
the end of the year kind of thing. Everybody add it up, see how many you won, lost, and then have a bet at the end of the year. So he's got to do something stupid.
Okay.
Ooh. All right.
Does Utah have a loss yet this year?
Yes, sir. They lost to USC.
Okay. Well, they're starting to make their way up too.
Yeah.
Utah's a decent team, man. They look mean. Like they play lights out when they want to play.
That quarterback, that guy's damn good too.
Mm-hmm.
it was what's his face changed that whole. Utah was BYU for so many years, and then he coached at Florida, then up at
Urban
State.
Meyer. Yeah.
He came along and he changed that entire program, and it's did well ever since.
Urban Meyer's a hell of a coach. I mean,
Yeah.
talk is now. Don't get excited, Blake, but he might be a Cowboys coach.
Oh no!
He said he would definitely listen to the Cowboys offer. So
Yay! Blue holes for the NFL. No, just saying.
Hey, the report I'm hearing is that they are going to pitch one hellacious offer to Lincoln Riley. That's what I'm hearing.
Also, it came out today. Looking, Florida State is looking to get rid of Willie Taggart, and Urban Meyer's top of the list.
I don't think Urban's going to go back to the college ranks.
yeah,
It was him and Butch Kelly were like the top two.
Urban can come coach my Cowboys any day of the week he wants, sir. Any day of the week.
A whole different game in the pros.
It's one thing to take and try to teach college kids. It's another thing.
Guys, I'm losing.
Nick Saban found out it's another thing trying to take and coach NFL.
hey, it took Pete Carroll 2 times to learn how to coach the NFL.
Guys, I'm losing Jason Garrett, not Mike Holmgren. You know what I mean? Hell, this is like replacing a 20-year-old kidney with like a 5-year-old kidney. You know, light and day.
Steve Spurrier didn't do too hot.
Steve Spurrier, he didn't do hot. Yeah.
No. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think the only coach I've ever seen do good in college and then take and do good in the NFL is really Bill O'Brien. That's because he come from being the Patriots offensive coordinator to coaching over there at Penn State before taking the head coach job at Houston.
I don't know.
Yeah, but Pete Carroll won Super Bowl. Yeah.
Well, Pete Carroll also he was an NFL coach before he went and coached at the collegiate level.
I hate to say that.
Yeah.
But the guy who left Miami and went to Dallas,
Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, Jimmy John. I mean, you can't say nothing. I mean, he did well.
No, he's the exception. He's the exception.
What about Barry Switzer? He won a title.
Hey, don't.
Jimmy Johnson player.
But Barry did it with Jimmy Johnson's player.
But Barry had to be there.
He
I'm
went
trying to get some Oklahoma love here. I'm trying to get some Oklahoma love.
He could, but anybody could have coached that team, and they could have been on autopilot to a Super Bowl.
Oh,
I don't know. I see some guys screw up some pretty talented teams in the NFL.
Look at what's going on at Cleveland right now. So.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer had that Arkansas tie where they both played ball back there.
Yeah.
So they were very familiar with each other, and I think Jerry Jones as well.
He knew to go with Jerry. Jerry's like he wouldn't do whatever. Barry's like that's fine with me. You know?
Oh, pistol packing Barry. Remember when he got caught in the airport with a pistol, and he's like, "Oh God, I didn't know I couldn't have that here." No, it's perfectly legit to bring a 45 Glock on a 757.
I don't see why not. The marshals do
it. It used to happen more often though, back in the day. I mean, people were just used to travel with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kentucky, that was an ugly ass game. I mean, it was 0-0 at halftime.
Yes, it was. It was bad.
I think it's more of a systematic, issue of George not having an offense this season. I
think Kirby's not so smart.
I concur.
For a couple years now.
Georgia must be off this week. I don't see them listed.
Jake Fromm makes Tim Tebow look like Tom Brady.
Wow. Holy shit.
And that's coming from a goo with nobody at a damn quarterback on my team.
Yeah, I don't see them listed. They must be off this week.
They are. They don't play. The next game they play is next weekend versus Florida. So they're playing the Redneck Riviera game basically down there in Jacksonville.
God, so much incest going on. Yeah, I don't like Georgia.
I wasn't going to say nothing, but
it's worse than whenever Auburn plays.
you talking about Georgia? I don't know if you've been in some of the more country areas of Florida. It ain't much better. They actually,
No, it's not. It makes LSU or Louisiana look a nice place.
It's when you get north up by Magnolia, Arkansas, and keep going a little further north that things get a little sketchy.
Thank God I'm about 20 miles this way. You know what I mean? So
you're on that cusp.
Yes. The outlier of the banjo zone.
There's certain areas in Florida around the swamps and in the woodlands in between places like Gainesville and frickin' Tampa Bay and stuff like that. That's kind of like you're like an IQ point or two away from being a Louisiana resident, like the Bayou. So you're like hills have eyes, motherfuckers around here.
Most people say whenever you hear banjos, paddle faster. So when you're down there, I mean, paddle faster. That sounds like my cousins.
We be having a party tonight.
Well, we've got 1,000 viewers tonight. I can see the reason why with this kind
this is the last episode.
God damn it.
Everybody came at 9, probably.
Yeah. What the fuck?
They've been taken off of YouTube.
Hey, seriously, man. Hey, seriously, somebody may get pregnant tonight just because our show's late.
So Michigan and Penn State.
Yeah, that's not wasn't surprising me. I mean, Michigan hadn't had. I guess
but this is
offense a week before, and then Penn State was like, "No, we ain't having that shit."
But how many games is Michigan going to get to lose and still stay ranked?
Well, how many games are they going to get to lose and fucking dumb shit khaki pants boy going to be able to keep his fucking job? That's my question.
Well, the thing is, Michigan was right there to the end. I mean, you had to feel for that kid. He dropped the tying touchdown pass.
Well,
I mean, right in his midst. It was shades of Jackie Smith back in the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl versus the Steelers. Why? Oh, he dropped it. It's like, oh, man, I felt bad for that. I felt as bad for him as I felt for the Georgia kicker a couple weeks ago. Like, they're not getting any the whole weekend back when they get back to school. You're just shut down. You're done. You're done. Can't even be seen with you out right now.
You're not Tuesday, Wednesday classes. Those
right. Yeah. I'm going to send you your homework assignments. Professor's like, I don't even want to see you come to class. I'll email you your assignment. See if you can catch that, son.
That poor Georgia kicker. He made things hard for everybody that lives in South Carolina. Them fuckers didn't shut up for a whole goddamn week.
I think Blankenship. So you're talking about?
Yeah.
I still blame the pink shoes.
There'd be some kids like sending them like goggles. You need new goggles? What's going on? Somebody get this man an optometry exam. Stat.
Quickly.
He's out here like Mr. Magoo kicking. What's going on?
Blake can give him a cure for his glaucoma.
Yeah. What if he said, I had something in my eye. I
know a guy named Blake. He can help you solve that problem.
The glasses can see the satellite, but you can't see the goalposts.
Get him some glasses with the they made the Hubble telescope with and shit.
You pick up HBO with them motherfuckers.
You can see the The whole
I
season.
pray to God he's not watching this or watches this because his
You can see the women doing the space.
team is
You
like,
can see the women doing the spacewalk. You can't make that damn field goal.
And we'll be right back after these short messages.
Oh, good Lord.
No, I feel bad for him though, but I mean, you got to find the humor in it. It's just
yeah.
And you damn sure found it, homie.
I live in South Carolina. I feel no kind of sorrow for that fella because we have to listen to them fucking angry chicken fans all goddamn week.
yeah.
Oh, we're gonna beat Florida now, and now they're crying about goddamn officiating.
Hey, well, shout out to Penn State. They raped them boys.
All right.
Oh, that was terrible.
Before we get to
With
it,
Penn State. Am I the only one that caught that innuendo about raping boys?
Yeah,
Penn State?
yeah.
I didn't mean it like that.
Papa Joe must have been looking down from up top.
We're gonna move on from that. Just saying,
That was another one of them last minute field goals saved Texas's ass.
Yeah.
what the fuck is it? All I could think was watching the score go back and forth. What the fuck is this shit? Because Kansas isn't nobody. They've showed that all year. Like,
That's a Big 12 game, no defense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oklahoma's the only team with any kind of defense this season, apparently. Jesus Christ.
Les Miles found a little bit of a groove maybe with those guys.
And that might be it because Les Miles, I give them about 3 seasons. They can, I don't think they're going to be top of the pack. Might be middle of the pack with bowl games.
Yeah.
They can do, but every 10 years. So,
Yeah.
that's fucking great. And I'm good. I'm happy.
Kansas
That
still spends too much money on their basketball team. Les Miles ain't going to last. The minute that it starts affecting, they got to make decisions between basketball money and football money. Football's out the door again.
Right.
Back to basketball. That's just the way KU's wired. I mean,
Their
Well,
basketball school.
they can take and get into a situation with Les Miles as coach. If he can take and build it where it's a half decent team and the alumni that play on the football team start pouring more money into it, it could really help the fucking rest of the athletic department.
now, I guarantee you, the alumni, I guarantee you, the faculty is all looking at this, even the boosters, as Les Miles. This is a stepping stone to him bringing them back to a certain level of maybe some sort of decent team that's maybe a 50-50 team before he leaves and goes and coach somebody else like Dallas.
Yeah. They want like a mediocrity type team that kind of hangs in there in the middle. They're like Kentucky. Kentucky doesn't care about the football team once they do basketball. They just want to be able to show some representation in the SEC on the football field, but everything's poured into the basketball team.
I'll tell you what, Mark Stoops is probably the best job in college football because if they do great, it surprises everybody. It keeps them around and makes them millions. But if they take and suck for a year or two in a row, ain't nobody going to bat too much of an eye at it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the one thing ain't nobody considering right now. The athletic director for Kansas is Jeff Long, our former athletic director. And I'm here to tell you firsthand, this guy could fuck up a wet dream. I have no faith in the guy at all. He will figure out some way to screw it up before they choose basketball over Miles. Mark my words.
I stand by what I say. This is Miles here 2-3 seasons tops. By then, he's kind of constructed him into a 50-50 or better than 50-50 team, at which point then he's going to step up to a better job. And that's
Just to Mississippi State or something like that.
Yeah, this is like a way back for us.
Saban's going to retire sooner or later.
Saban's gonna. I don't want that fucking sorry son of a bitch. They couldn't find an offense to save his fucking life at LSU. Like for real, it took Ed O over there at LSU taking and being a coach.
We got to play the offense for that. Ed O is like just the perfect coach for them. It's like, we're gonna get them boys going out there, go big, and over the ball out and get in the gut. Go score. Gonna score.
But they finally found a coach that everybody in Louisiana understands at some
Right.
time.
Bobby Boucher pops his head out. I hear you, coach. I hear you.
Uh-huh.
Remember that time Bobby Boucher went
Even the fellas that take and speak the Creole understand what the fuck.
Right. he said he wanted some shrimp etouffee.
Tell you what, he needs some fucking subtitles. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah,
You
give me
just ain't
some
Southern
cheese on
enough, homie, is all it
Yeah.
is. You just
Yeah,
ain't-
I've talked to people long enough, Blake. I have. You know when we first moved, this is off topic just a hair bit, but when we first moved down there, and I lived down there for about a year and a half, I walked into this damn country store. I was working a survey crew. This woman said, blah, 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 blah. I looked her square in the face and I said, I'm from Kansas. You're going to have to slow down just a little bit. She laughed. But I got they eat so many weird shit, man. I mean, you get your breakfast biscuit in the morning. It's got linked sausage. I mean, normal sausage cut in half, linked on with grape jelly on top of everything.
Wow.
I've never seen that before. She said, "Eat it, you like it." She's right.
Yeah.
I'm from Alabama, and there's folks that talk like that, like Bayou Battery, and as you take and go a little bit closer towards Mississippi and in some of the backwoods areas, they talk like that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I would
yeah.
never admit that I'd had to tell somebody from Louisiana to slow down when they talk to me.
Well, yeah. If not, they sound like fucking Boomenhauer to you if you don't understand.
Oh God, man, you know what I mean, man. The old bitch, man, she can't coach, man.
My wife moved from South Carolina to Alabama while I was working down there, and she met my sister's boyfriend at the time, and he was telling me about the dog boxes he took and welded dog boxes on a single axle trailer. And he's telling me how he took and got it done and how well it rides and everything like that. And dogs hop on up in there and they don't seem to mind it and all that happy fun shit. They drive off. My wife looks at me and goes, "What the hell did he just say?" I had to translate.
And she's from the low state of South Carolina, isn't she?
Yeah.
But they got a different language up here. Like
Yeah.
they got Southern up here. They especially in this area, they got Southern talk, but it's different.
I was about to say it's right on that geeky kind of.
It is.
Right.
So, not being from this area, there's people I've had to talk to be like, whoa, what was that word? All right, what does that mean? What are you talking about here?
Yeah.
Before you know what I'm saying? And even sometimes still, it's like, translation, please.
Now I am so glad I took off that damn bag.
And see, this is why I watch Swamp People every season. It keeps me up on my Cajun.
Yeah. Well, the only two Southern accents I can nail when I listen to is Louisiana because of my wife. But I worked with enough Georgia people. They all got a very distinct. When you think of a Georgia peach, it just matches. That accent they have is just.
Yep.
Especially the girl, it's warming. There's something that's kind of sexy about that.
Well,
I have to.
there's
I'm married a Louisiana girl, by the way.
there's two distinct accents, Southern accents in Georgia. One is the one you're talking about. There's a gas station you can ask my wife this. If I'm lying, I'm done. There's a gas station I'll stop at just about every time I go through Georgia because I can go 9 times out of 10 I can go in there and the person behind the counter, "Hi, how's it going?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I know where I'm supposed to be at this point in time of the journey because they're talking like that. And my sister has got one of those that's just kind of like, "Yeah, you're fucking hick."
How's everybody doing there tonight?
Well, I went to school in Montana, in Montana State. We was up at a bonfire way up in the middle of nowhere, up in the mountains, had a bonfire, and all of a sudden I heard somebody talking, and I was like, "Damn, I know where he's from." And I walked over there to him, and I listened to him talk to these girls for a little bit. They love Southern accent, and I looked at him square in the face, and said, "You're from Anderson, South Carolina, aren't you?" His damn jaw dropped. He said, "I'm from Townville, which is about 10 minutes outside." It's that distinct of our accent here compared to the rest of South Carolina. So you can definitely tell a difference in dialect up in the
Well, yeah,
upstate.
because once you get past 95, you lose to Geechee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you go from Geechee to hillbilly.
Mhm.
That's the only way I know to describe that. It's
Not
hillbilly.
many people know about Geechee. I have relatives from down south. Yeah.
Yeah, and you go down there and you know it 100%. I love to hear them talk because it actually Geechee, their accent, it flows so smooth. It's almost like they're almost like rhyming their words. It's great to listen to.
Well, see, the issue is I love the Geechee dialect as well. However, whenever you take and go a little bit further out from Charleston, you get around places like Schulerville and Jamestown and out here in BFE fucking Bono. It goes from being Geechee to like a mixture of like country and Geechee, and it just is the weirdest fucking sounding.
So would that be Seachy?
No, there's another language spoken besides Geechee. I can't remember which one it is, but it's crazy. I can't understand. I can't remember. There's another group of people down there I can't understand.
Like Creole or
It's a kind of like a Creole sound.
yeah.
I have a question. How in the hell did we get on this topic? We were talking about Texas and Kansas.
I think I paraphrased it. This is a little off topic.
Yeah. I think it all started when we started doing Edo. We got to the Edo.
Yeah, we got
That's right. That's right.
Oh.
Well, I came in. That's what y'all were talking about.
All right, Florida State 20, Wake Forest 24. No big deal.
Yeah. I'm surprised they allowed Florida State to score that many points, but
Yeah, they're calling for Taggart's head right now in Florida State.
Wow.
Yeah.
That didn't take long.
they didn't give them. They're not giving them enough time either. I mean, fucking Jimbo fucked that program over.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah.
And Taggart did a damn good job while he was up there at Oregon. He deserves some more time.
I agree with you 100%.
You can only polish a turd so much before you know.
Is this
Right
his
now,
second season? Second season as coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They're going through the same crap we are. I completely understand.
Yeah, and I was about to say, and you definitely are in that same field of mind right now. I was like, fuck this guy, let's get another one.
Yes, sir. We are too. But we're gonna hang with him. I hope anyway. I don't know if I hope anymore or not.
Hey, look at what's going on at SMU.
Yeah, look at SMU. They lost their junior quarterback, their offensive coordinator, and their head coach, and they're 7-0.
It tells you where the problem was.
Well,
Yeah, hell yeah, we got it.
They're at Arkansas now.
We got it.
Tennessee got whooped by Bama 35-13, which I think the score would have been more if Tua wouldn't have got injured. And
That damn fumble and 100-yard recovery.
yeah, I mean,
Nice.
reaching over that goal.
That was
Yeah, what do you
nuts.
think that coach is going to get some? They already started to say he's going to be like some stuff coming his way for grabbing that kid's helmet.
Shouldn't be. That kid deserves it.
Shouldn't be. He deserved that.
It's a different world nowadays. It's a different
know.
world.
Well,
I mean,
fuck
it's
this
not-
PC
don't
culture.
care.
it's not like the world of Danny Ford where you can.
I mean, he didn't really pull it. I mean, he pulled it to nudge it down, but it wasn't
Yeah.
like he pulled him and grabbed it. It wasn't like a Woody Hayes type thing. It was,
Yeah, it wasn't
No,
Woody
he
Hayes,
was just getting his
Yeah.
attention.
and it was his own player too, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, Woody Hayes punched a Clemson player.
That old son of a bitch.
So Danny Ford take a Clemson player and throw his ass in the mud and get on top of
Yeah.
him. So I mean, that was, like you said, it's a different day and time.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Well,
fancy ass these days.
yeah, it's a different world of some of that stuff. Yeah.
For those that don't know, Tua got a high ankle sprain they had to take and do surgery on. So he's not starting this game. Luckily, we got a bye week afterwards, and it's LSU, and I don't know how well that's going to take and play out. And if Tua can't play that, we are SO the fuck L.
Y'all got to get Tua back before LSU.
It
And
don't
then-
matter.
And then Jalen's over there. Hey, how you guys doing this season?
Oh.
The worst thing that can happen to Alabama in the Alabama LSU game is if LSU loses by 1 point to Auburn somehow, they're going to take out their frustration on Alabama no matter Tua or no Tua.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So you better hope they roll over Auburn because they don't. I think you're going to see it. I think Alabama goes down in a big way.
I think
Yeah.
regardless of
And with no Tua, can Auburn actually beat Alabama down the line?
Yeah, Yeah.
Hey,
So I mean,
hey,
Alabama
Iron
could,
Bowl. You got to throw out a lot of shit when they play. That
Yeah.
Iron Bowl, you can forget about stats. You can forget about a lot of things. People play beyond their ability.
I mean,
Saban tries long touchdown kicks that are returned for touchdowns, long field goal kicks that are returned for touchdowns.
yeah. I mean, they're still
You
pissed.
see all kinds
They're
of
still
crazy
pissed.
shit.
why you got to hit me in the chest like that?
You can't poison a tree. The tree had nothing to do with anything. The trees are getting poisoned.
I was gonna say, that dude was a fucking dick, and he needed to take and spend a lot more time in fucking federal prison than what the
Yeah,
fuck.
he did. Yeah, that was like that was a landmark.
You don't take and fuck with stuff that it symbolizes joy for a team after they fucking win. It's a tradition. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah. And as far as the game goes, man, it wouldn't really made a difference in the end. But this is the worst officiating game I've seen in a long damn time.
Well, everything was so goddamn ticky tacky the whole fucking
Yeah.
game.
It's like they were they made a mistake and they were trying to make it up on the other side. And back in the whole game. And it was just awful officiating in that game. Tennessee might have been tied at halftime, but Alabama still would have pulled away at the end. But it was still just ticky tacky, like you said. Give quick work row on that deal.
Well, you see one play and it'd be like, oh, they're gonna let them play. Then the next play, nope, they're not gonna let them play. Oh, they're going to let them play. Nope, not gonna let them play. So,
Yeah.
Even
Wasn't consistent.
amount of
Yeah.
fucking play on passes and stuff like that would get called for pass interference
okay.
on either side. And it's like, dude, that's going to fucking happen as long as it's not an egregious fucking act of pass interference. Shut the fuck up. Let the boys take and play down the field like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Tennessee seemed to have showed up in the first half to come and play some damn football. They screwed themselves over a couple times, and then the officiating kind of hurt them a couple times. But like you said, it was back and forth on the officiating, so I'm not going to blame it on that.
Alabama gets a lot of favors. They patented the not getting holding calls called.
In all honesty, in all
You can
football,
call holding on every fucking offensive play in the fucking NCAA on any goddamn team.
Okay, now I'm gonna. You remember the ball game when Oklahoma beat Alabama? I watched that game over and over. I don't remember, probably 20, 30 times. I counted all the holds that I could see on there for both Oklahoma and Alabama. Oklahoma had like 20 some odd holds that wasn't called. Alabama had 57 holds that weren't called. Some of them pulling the jersey off. I swear to God, those Striker should have took his jersey off and handed it to that Alabama player. Take it, you want it. I get another one off the bench. Please don't hold me no more. I mean, that's how bad that game was. That's why I call them University of Hold.
Hey, thank you, panel. That's gonna be my excuse next week. They hold too
You
damn
ain't
much.
got no
Alan.
excuse. Arkansas can't even hold their jockstrap.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. We'll see who's laughing next week.
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, we will. We'll be asking how long it took y'all.
I tell you what,
Jockstraps on-
Arkansas beats Alabama. I'll put a jockstrap on my head when I come on here.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Wiz.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
will.
hold you to.
I
Hey,
think you're pretty safe.
Hey, hey.
Yeah.
As of right now, according to oddshark.com, they do all the stuff like in Vegas. If Arkansas bets $100 and we somehow, by the grace of God, win, we win $6,000. Alabama had
Better go to Vegas.
Alabama has to put $15,000 up to win 100. I tell you, there's not going to be many Bama fans betting this week.
Not many at all.
Betting on all year so far. I don't think there have been many Bama fans betting at all unless it come down to the playoffs. And even then, they don't put a whole lot of money on it because they know with Bama being the favorite a lot of times, it just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I'll be
Yeah.
I hate it for y'all's team, man. I mean, Tua's fucking phenomenal. I'm lucky this week, but seriously, I hope y'all do get him back before LSU because y'all damn sure gonna need him.
I think they will. The high ankle sprain like that, with being 2 weeks off, they rehab it pretty good. I think he'll be all right coming back, but it's going to be how Saban and the offensive coaches use him during that game and how aggressive our LSU's defense going to be. That's going to determine whether he can actually stay in the game for any length of
LSU
time.
and they're gonna be diving at his fucking legs all goddamn game. That's how.
Oh yeah, they're gonna blitz his ass
Oh,
every
yeah.
chance.
They see the weakness. They're like any other animal.
I hate to see it, but that's part of football. I hate to see people do that.
Yeah.
Right.
And
You better not try to do anything clever.
BYU did beat Boise State.
yes, 28-25.
Oh man, that was my other one I was going to use for an upset last week, and I didn't do it because I didn't think they had enough in them because they were starting that new freshman quarterback,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, that'd be an interesting upset, but I doubt they would pull it off. And damn it, I didn't say it.
Yep, I hate it for Boise too, man. They were getting back to their old ways. I like to see Boise play.
Let's see. And this coming week, looks like there's going to be a couple decent games. You got let's see, you got Wisconsin at Ohio State. Let's see, you got
Ohio State on that one.
I give my upset on. We're gonna wait for that.
let's see, SMU at Houston, USC at Colorado, Rutgers. I don't ever want to hear another fucking thing about no Big Ten. We got the hardest schedules in the world when you play fucking Liberty. Fuck off.
Yeah,
Rutgers is
nobody's going to
Liberty.
disagree with you on that. Not on this panel.
Illinois versus Purdue, Iowa versus Northwestern, Texas A&M versus Mississippi State. Let's see, Pittsburgh and Florida, Kansas State at Oklahoma. It's going to be a blowout in the fucking half.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Indiana versus Nebraska. Nebraska might get a win. Minnesota at Maryland.
I don't know about that.
I work with so many Nebraska fans up there on that Kansas-Nebraska border, and they are so dejected.
They thought Frost had it turned around.
All you got to do is mention Cornhuskers, and they just turn around, shake their heads, and walk off. Poor guys.
Well, it looked like early on in the season, Frost had him motivated off that abysmal year last year, but wheels came off more than the Sooner Schooner. I'm glad the kids were okay though. But I was like, what the hell? National TV, bam! That shit fell apart like it was made in some plant over in Georgetown, Kentucky, or something. Somebody forgot some bolts.
You have one job. Put the bolts in the fucking wagon. And they didn't do it.
I mean, that was worse than Zion Williamson blowing out a Nike shoe.
Yeah, right, yeah. That was, honest to God, it was. I never thought of that. Damn.
Hopefully they get fixed. Well, no, we're playing at Kansas State, so we won't need it there.
Well, you know the thing is that I heard people saying, well, maybe they should stop doing it then. I'm like, that's like the tradition. Like, you know.
It's tradition.
Yeah. It happened before, like back in the 60s or something. They show. I mean, it's just, it can happen, but, you know.
That old girl looked like she landed right on her damn head, I swear. Or somebody looked like they landed on their head.
Yeah.
If y'all are racing fans, that the wagon got a little too much bite on the turn, and it just
the turn. That's what it was in that turn.
It dug in just a little too hard.
Put some air pressure in that left rear back there.
At least the boy let go of the ponies. Otherwise, he got drug off the front.
I can say I don't know what the physics program is like in Oklahoma, but with velocity and the turn, gravity's going to kick in.
Actually, that should be the engineering. Somebody failed on the engineering concept.
Inertia was not their friend.
Oh, hell.
For the first time in my life, I'm speechless. I have nothing. Y'all hit every damn point I had.
Probably some you didn't, right?
No.
Oh hell! And so, Auburn, like you said, Auburn plays LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa State plays Oklahoma State. Texas versus TCU. Penn State's going to murder Michigan State. There's no two ways about that shit.
Yeah.
Duke plays UNC, and it's not basketball, y'all. South Carolina plays Tennessee. Let's see.
South Carolina will get that win this weekend.
South Carolina wins this weekend. Their fans will be crowing again. It's like, shut up! It was just Tennessee. They're worse than Vanderbilt almost this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and call that one. That's my upset.
Which one?
Tennessee's gonna beat South Carolina this week.
Was Tennessee
Really?
Is Tennessee the favorite?
No, South Carolina by 4.
Okay.
Damn, that's it. That's all they're giving Carolina is 4.
Yep. I'm calling that as my upset for this week.
Okay.
Bruh.
What?
If they play Tennessee like they played Florida, unless it's one of those emotional letdown games, that's the only way I can figure that happening, which could very well be the case.
Tennessee had a decent showing in the first half. I think they're gonna build on it.
So did Carolina. We see what happened to them the week after they lost. So
I'm going with it because I hate South Carolina, and it's on the damn schedule, and they're orange at Tennessee, so I'm going with that one.
all right, sounds good. Shit.
Write it down.
Mark it.
Ding.
Book that shit.
Fuck the Gamecocks.
Yeah, I'm with you. Fuck the Gamecock.
I can't say that too loud. I'd be sleeping on the couch here.
Hey, the only reason I'm saying that is because she said the 15 sub dig. Fuck the Gamecock. I told you I wasn't going to pull for them this week.
I tell you what, I really wish I'd have took and went live about 20 minutes earlier than what we did tonight, just so we could have caught all the craziness beforehand.
Yeah.
I have some really weird friends, Joe.
No shit.
Thank God they're not on the thank
Several
God
of them are right here.
Robert must have a mirror in front of him tonight.
Let's see here.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Clemson plays Boston College. Cupcakes. Notre Dame plays Michigan.
I was going to pick that one, but I'm going with the Tennessee thing.
Arizona State plays UCLA, Missouri, and Kentucky.
Texas only get 1 point against TCU.
Yeah.
Well, look at what happened to
Yeah, I was about to say.
KU. I mean, it's hard to
Yeah.
not. It's hard to go that route. It really is. I almost want to pick that for my upset, but I'm not going to. I still think Texas finds a way to win at the end, just like they did against KU.
I'll tell you what, when you only get, damn, you think, as good as they started the season, you wouldn't think they'd have such low spreads, against these other teams and stuff.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, pretty well. Utah plays California and Oregon plays Washington State. There's some decent games in there.
There are some decent games.
There are actually a few really good games coming up this weekend, and it's going to be down here. I know for us, it's going to be rainy and miserable. Be a good day to sit down and watch a lot of football.
Yeah. Let's see.
I got 4 chickens. I'm going to put on the smoker and just let them roll, and I'm going to watch football.
I
Oh,
hear
nice.
that. Sounds like a good day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What time do I need to be over? I got the beer and the whiskey.
They'll be ready probably about 6 o'clock.
I better get a hard drive on. I got a long ways to go. Now I'm going to go to that K-State game. I can't be there.
Alan don't. He can ride up, eat.
You know what? I'm going to do something really stupid and crazy. I'm going to pick for my upset Wisconsin over Ohio State.
Nice. I am so
I'm going to
glad
go out on a
somebody picked
limb
that.
because I think Wisconsin's going to bounce back, and I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think Wisconsin pulls it off by about 3 points. I think it's like a 27-24 game somewhere in there. Wisconsin's got a little defense, and I don't think Ohio State's really faced a good defense yet.
That's
No,
where
I
I'm
don't think so neither.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Michigan over Notre Dame for mine.
That's where I was going. That's
Yeah.
where I was going to go with it. But
Yeah. I need a reason to root against Notre Dame, and I might have. What about the old Michigan jersey I got in the closet in the other room?
Whiskey, did you take Wisconsin over Ohio State?
What'd you say?
Dun, 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 dun. I got an old Michigan jersey. I used to be a Michigan fan. I got Michigan jersey in the closet. I got a little Michigan mini helmet. Bring out all the juju so the Michigan gets the upset against Notre Dame.
Hey, dude,
No.
Whiskey, did you say you picked Wisconsin over Ohio State?
Yes, sir. 27-24.
Oh
nice,
shit!
nice.
I just think they bounced back. I think Wisconsin was looking ahead toward Ohio State. I think they took Illinois on the chin, and I think they're pissed off, and I think they're going to give Ohio State everything they want.
Ooh,
It's gonna be the best defense Ohio State, like you said, it's gonna be the best
Yeah.
defense Ohio State went after all year.
yeah.
Yep.
I agree with that. All right, Blake, you make your pick yet?
No, sir. I'm still looking, brother. I'll be honest with you guys. I want to go with Houston over SMU, but I'm not going to do that because fuck that shit. We're going to win, baby. Shock the world. Woo, pig, suey. I ain't going to give you no damn score, but we're going to whoop y'all's ass.
Call that blind fate. Just follow the livings off the cliff.
I asked my dad, he's about 70 years old. I said, well, how do you think we're going to do against Alabama? He says, you tell your buddy Allen, Alabama ain't dick.
So I don't know.
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it, you know.
I don't know if y'all here. I'll even blow it up. I don't know if y'all can see this, but it says Blake is being a retard again for Arkansas. I've got that one marked down too.
So Alan, who you going with?
Allen, you ain't going with Arkansas over Alabama? What's that?
Bro, you got to take and find a better dealer, like for real.
No, I see things at such a high
Oh, And
perspective.
Whiskey Scout, yeah, I swear, if Arkansas pulls this off, you better look like Bane with that jock strap on your face.
That's why I want Arkansas to win.
I will put it on.
So
I have to go buy one. That's how positive.
Oh,
I
no, you got to go get a used one.
I don't have one. I had a jock strap in 30 years. I ain't needed one. I'm
Damn.
53. The last athletic shit I did was 23. That's what got out of the army.
Hey, what was her name? No, I'm picking.
So
Now, she had a hump. She had a hump.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and call the one fuck up game for Clemson that they have normally every year, and I'm going Boston College over Clemson because they've got a damn good run, they've got a damn good 1-2 punch at running back, and they can throw the ball a little bit. And Clemson's they seem to have been on autopilot all season so far, and I think this might be the game that bites them in the ass.
no, I
If
would
Trevor
agree.
Lawrence doesn't show up or he does his stupid bullshit, you could be onto something there.
And Boston College is pretty decent against the run, so they could take and neutralize ETN a little bit. I
Yeah.
mean,
Let's look, it's a 36-point favorite.
I think y'all are the same thing against Pitt and Syracuse too. So I mean,
I'm
Yeah,
not going to disagree with you. If Clemson does not do their
that's the thing for me with Clemson is they've got that one game every year where it's just kind of like they'll take and cruise and then they hit that fucking speed bump before they got to play their way back in. Except for last year.
I see that as being North Carolina this year.
Yeah, I think North Carolina would be tough for Clemson.
Well, no, they only beat North Carolina by 2 points, but I think this is the game that they don't get away from. And I just think there's a good chance AJ Dillon and the other boy that they got running back there takes
I'm
some.
not, hey, honestly, I'm not going to say that. Oh, that's bullshit. But no, like I said, if Clemson's defense don't get their shit together, which Clemson's defense this year statistically is better than what they were last year, especially with stopping and run, getting more sacks, more tackles in the backfield, is what they were with the all-star or defensive line last year. But if they don't watch those running backs, they gonna lose their ass if they don't get on some shit. So I agree. That's a good pick. And that's coming from a diehard Clemson fan.
I don't know how good Pitt's offensive line is, though. I haven't watched a Pitt game, so I can't really.
They're playing Boston College.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boston College is pretty stout again. They're pretty good against the run this year. They're a little bit they're susceptible against the pass. They've kind of kept some teams from running too crazy on them. So, and Clemson has had problems running the ball so far, except for the last game. So that's one of the things.
Losses spooky.
What's that?
So I'm going with Tennessee over South Carolina. Roger, where are you going?
I'm going over Notre Dame with
Michigan.
All right. Our masked man above me here. Where are you going?
Oh, he went Arkansas over Bama.
All right, Whiskey.
Wisconsin over Ohio State.
All right, Alan.
Shit, I just fucking said, yeah, Boston College over Clemson.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we had them all in a row. Everybody
I've got all of them written out.
All right.
So
No, it was KU that beat Boston College, not K-State. It was KU that beat Boston College.
Yeah, it was Kansas.
Yeah. I had to look that up. I can't remember. I remember there's one of them. I get them confused.
Yeah, that was like Les Miles is like, woo, here we are.
Kansas is so weird. I've been here all my life. I was born and raised here. I've always been an Oklahoma fan. I graduated from Wichita State. But anybody you talk to that's never been to either one of the colleges, they're a KU basketball fan and a K-State football fan. I always found that strange. You know, they got all this K-State stuff on coming to work. Then about late November, early December, suddenly they're wearing a bunch of KU shit. You're like, pick a team and stay with it. It's not hard.
Honestly, it's that way here with Clemson. A lot of Clemson fans love Clemson football, but like Duke basketball. So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't have Duke, North Carolina usually.
No, you don't get that back and forth.
Yeah. Although I have jackets for both, because I mean,
But I tell you what, you don't.
I'm a man of people. Depends where I'm going that day. Don't want to walk into the wrong party in the wrong jacket.
We were living in Louisiana.
Yeah.
That Christmas time, her aunt bought me a LSU sweatshirt. And I wrapped it up and I looked at that. And she was so proud of herself, but I didn't know how to tell her I'm never going to wear this damn thing. Not in a million years. It will rot and threads will fall off before I put that on. Only thing that ever goes on my body is OU or WSU. That's it. Nothing else. I'm a two-person.
If you had to pick between that LSU shirt and an Arkansas shirt, which one would you rock?
LSU, I have to admit that.
And just when I was starting to like you, Whiskey, just when you're so
I don't
close.
go to bed
You're
with
so
you
close.
every night. I don't go to bed with you every night.
That ain't no fucking lie. Rock you out, brother.
See, y'all thought I was joking, right? So there's
Oh, nice.
Carolina.
that's one of the prettiest blues you'll ever see right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Blue Devil.
Nice.
And this is from back in the day. Get the right way here.
Don't throw it up there. Don't do it.
Well, we've all got our faults. I mean, so y'all can't take and blame Rajay too bad.
And of course, I got a West Virginia jacket in there too. But yeah.
Oh God.
Wait, if you got a West Virginia hat on tonight, there you go.
Always a Mountaineer.
Blake, you have definitely got to get an Arkansas hat to wear. You're the only one not repping your team right now.
There's a fucking reason why, homie. There's a reason why I'm not repping my team.
He was wearing Arkansas the other day.
Yeah.
But not tonight.
Get your bandana, Blake. I know they have to make Arkansas bandanas.
They do.
They gotta have something that they wipe.
They do. You know what it says? It says all we do is win, win, win. I'm not wearing that shit on here with you trash talking motherfuckers. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I have too much pride. But if we beat them, if some miracle happens, we beat them,
wait, you just said you got too much pride and you picking Arkansas over Alabama.
hey man, we can all get stoned. I mean, dream. We can all smoke. I mean, dream. Man.
Okay, Alan picked Boston College beat Clemson, so everybody's got to have faith in something.
Yep.
Yeah. I got more faith in Boston College, but hey, that's right.
At least Allen's got some science behind it.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because, every year got that one game that Clemson fans the next week are like, man, that was fucking stupid.
Yep.
So,
Hey, that's the thing is I'm not going to fucking sit here and lie tonight.
Y'all want
I do think that this year that game was a North Carolina game. I really do.
the last time we beat Alabama was 2005. I'm 34 and I was 20. Let that sink in. It's time. It's time, man. It ain't gonna happen.
well, I mean, that was, if I'm not mistaken, the year before Saban come in there, because Saban come in 2006.
I think it was, bro. That's right. That's right. That was. It was. Yeah.
That was under Mike Shula, so
hmm
we lost to a lot of teams we shouldn't have under Mike Shula.
Well,
Because y'all had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones.
no, sir, not that year. We had on that year we had Mitch Mustaine. That's the 1 year Gus was our offensive coordinator.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And then we said, "To hell with you. We want to keep Houston Nutt." And then ever since then, he's been saying, "To hell with us." So
This guy's busted a nut.
that's why they call it football.
Gus Malzahn from Arkansas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Springdale, Arkansas.
It's funny because whenever Brett Bielema was on the way out there at Arkansas, Auburn actually took and give old Gus a raise and an extension to keep him there so he didn't go to Arkansas.
He's used this twice to get more money, and I don't blame the guy. Hell, he's got a good situation. He gets paid good. He's got a really, they're not a bad football team. LSU fans, I hate you. Listen to me. Don't run the fake punt. Just don't run the fake punt.
They don't need to. They got a quarterback can actually do something this time.
Thank God, boy.
They got 3 wide receivers that can take and catch the ball at any high point, any angle, anything like that. I think they got the only team with the wide receivers in college football that can probably match up with Alabama's.
And whatever you do, don't do a fake punt like Arkansas did.
That was the ugliest fake punt I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
When they're trolling you on CBS in the morning, they're like, "Oh, look what Arkansas did." I was like, "Fuck."
That was like the ESPN worst plays, 1 or 2. I think when he did
This
it
is
that
your
night.
second year in a row. Do y'all remember the punt last year against North Texas, where he catches the ball and everybody just stops and they walk to the side and nobody touched him? He took off and ran for 95 yards. ESPN looped that shit for about 3 months straight.
Hey, look, that's up over the butt fumble. Both of them.
The butt
Oh,
fumble.
hell,
Yeah.
no way. The punter,
Yeah.
the punter can't pass. He's probably the best quarterback we got on our team, true enough, but he can't pass. Sanchez ran into a man's ass and fumbled. That'll never be topped. He knew what that son of a bitch ate for breakfast the next day,
I don't know. You did have Tony Romo mishandling the snap for field goal in a playoff game, but
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. It always comes back to Romo.
It's all, man. I know deep down inside y'all got a little love for my Hogs and my Cowboys. Y'all just let it in. Embrace the good.
Only love I have for you is the coach that you got. That's it.
only love I have for hogs is they taste good once they're barbecued. You taking motherfuckers smoke for 12 hours. For us, good eating right there. What?
I need a bigger smoker.
How?
But there was whatever.
You can even dig you about a 6-inch fucking hole in the ground big enough to take and hold the hog. Put charcoal in that motherfucker. Let it cook, slow cook that way too. Put a grate over top of it, put the hog on it, put metal over top of that. Shit, you got some good eating right there, cuz.
Hey, I get made fun of enough that I have a damn pellet smoker. So apparently that's like being an Arkansas fan of smoking. So
It is.
You got a what?
The football gods are listening.
The only worse thing than a pellet smoker is an electric smoker.
Is this like an electric lawnmower or something here?
I have one of those too.
You see people with electric lawnmowers out there, like you plug in your lawnmower. What the fuck?
I have a Goodwin charcoal smoker. That sucker works good.
Nope, I've had them all. I've had a big smoker, had whatever, had that fucking Traeger. I can plug it in and just walk away. And it ain't I can drink beer and watch football all day. I ain't got a monster shit.
Hell yeah, that's the way to do it, homie.
I
That is
didn't
the way
have
to
to do a
do it.
whole lot either. But I built my fire right. It took a couple of, I'm not going to lie, it took a couple of years to get it figured out, fine-tuned. But now that I got it fine-tuned,
Hey, I used to do whole deer in do it with a charcoal over. I made this thing that was like a horseshoe shape out of concrete block, and I used wood coals to do it. And it took me a long time to figure that out. Where I'm at now, I don't own the land, so I can't dig a big pit. So no, you do them that way. But the Traeger, you plug it in, get what you want, do it, and just be on with your day.
I wouldn't dog you too bad for whatever. There's guys out there bring them out. That guy on Rig 20, he brings out a Traeger, and I eat his shit, and I'm happy.
That's what it's all about, being happy.
That's right.
Look, I understand it's not as much work, but I get the good flavor. So I ain't worried
If it's
about
good if it's good on the plate when it's all done, that's all that matters.
Yes,
Yes, sir. You are correct.
That's right.
Edible.
Yeah,
And it tastes good.
I ain't had a complaint yet of anything I've cooked on it.
there you go.
Nice.
Wait,
Nice.
are you taking a feed at the people you take out fishing? Because I wouldn't complain either.
I think people come fishing. I'm taking people come hunting. Taking people come watch football. Man, they'll eat anything. Yeah, I enjoyed the simplicity of it.
I think Jeremy was scared to come on here. I think he was scared Blake was going to do something crazy.
Oh no,
Hey, Jeremy, you'll be happy to know I didn't do shit crazy. Nothing at all.
not on camera.
Between Bags and Arkansas over Alabama.
Well, I think if Jeremy was worried about,
The pre-show was great.
I think if Jeremy would have been worried about Blake doing something crazy, he probably wouldn't have went to the Friday Throwdown instead of this.
I'm with you on that one. I'm gonna have to, because when you do the Tuesday thing, I'm at work. Friday, I'm gonna have to get on here with you.
Hey, man, Friday night, we're going to go for a huge-ass turnout, man. The last one we did was the biggest one. We had over 150 views, so all I ask is this. If you can, dress up. It's going to be a Halloween show. And if you can't, you still welcome on it. I ain't worried about all that.
I'm gonna dress up as something just terrifying as hell, and I'm gonna dress up as an Arkansas fan.
I was about to say, I was just about to tell you that. I got a shirt for you, homie. Shit. I think
Just put a jock strap on your head. Everybody understands.
I was going to. Well, you said you're going to dress up something's terrifying as hell. I was going to say we ain't got to have a costume on. So
Hey, bottom dollar, if it makes you feel any better, I'm going to put a dildo on my head and call myself a dickhead. Just walk around and shake it all night.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
No.
There's a guy down in Tulsa, Oklahoma that does that. And he stands outside a school bus stop. The cops now, they can't do nothing to him. The cops now form a line around him. Get on YouTube and watch it. It's some
It's
bullshit.
funny.
What's his
I
name?
was gonna say whatever you do with your sheep on your own time is your business, but
But yeah, doing
Yeah.
that with elementary kids getting off the school bus, that's
A little bit.
that's a lot distasteful.
that's a lot.
Because if it's my kid getting on that bus and he's over there, I think
I'd
the
be
cops
going to
would need
jail
to
for
protect
murder.
him from me.
I think I was in Chicago one year when it was Halloween. Back when we were in college, we were going out and people were dressing up, and this one guy just had a clear plastic bag on. And like, what are you supposed to be? He's like, oh, a busted condom. I was like, oh, okay. I said, cheap and effective, and it does work for you.
oh, dear Lord.
That was the worst thing ever happened in this world.
Yeah.
That's one of those. Is that your mama's problem?
Yeah.
Hey, my homeboy, he's going to go as a bag of meth. He's got the bag. He's got the little white thing down here. He's like, all the girls are going to love me, dude. I was like, oh, my God.
Only in Arkansas.
Only in
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Yeah,
Only
only
in
in
Arkansas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bag of
Well, at least it'll be a clear bag.
Oh yeah.
Boy, it'd been funny if that guy with that busted condom costume, if somebody run up behind him and dumped a cup of or one of those big jugs of sour cream all over.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, that would have completed
I
the.
think he said I just had an accident.
It had to have been a little bit of sour cream and some mayonnaise mixed together, just to give it authenticity.
You're thinking about this much harder than me. I'm keeping it simple here now. Come on.
That wasn't a thought. That just popped off the top of my head. I was fucked up as y'all are. So
I don't believe.
I mean, your
that
comment came in 5 minutes after the fact of the condom.
What you're elaborating on?
Am I the only motherfucker thinking we're gonna get banned this week?
No.
Oh no! I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear this from you.
Nah. We never said anything other than just a little.
Well,
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Now, if y'all want to hang out for a little bit afterwards, that's cool. We can hang out for a bit. Anybody that watched, which is the show, no people watching right now, which is fine. Fuck it, we do this because we have a ton of fun together. And thanks to Whiskey Scout, my discouraged hog fan over there, Mr. Rod J and Mr. Bottom Dollar for joining. Kind of felt like a man down with Jeremy not here, but hopefully he'll be able to join next week. Y'all subscribe to everybody that's on my panel, and y'all have a lovely week. Peace.
thank y'all.
Go Hogs! Go Hogs! Go Hogs!